Welcome back to the channel, folks. Okay, so we've been having such luck with this recipe that I'm going to try it one more time. Just a little different variation of it. So here we go. I'm going to start with a lemon this time. Did strawberry last time, but this time I'm doing lemon. And we're going to just put it right in the bowl. We're not going to worry about sifting it. Okay. But I am going to pull just a little bit out. So, about like that. I got an idea. Okay, so we'll just put that off to the side. Now, I'm going to use about roughly, but not exactly, 2/3 of a cup of oil. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use 1 egg. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use my little spatula here, blend it all together. I'm looking for it to be just a little bit crumbly, but it's not. It's going to be more cakey for the bottom. There we go. Okay. So this is 1 egg and 2/3 of a cup of oil. Not quite all the batter. Okay, so now I'm going to spray the pan. Okay, now let's drop the majority of this into the bottom. Okay. And now I want to just spread this a little bit. I want to bring it all to the full bottom of the pan. Now notice I'm keeping it all in one big piece. I'm not trying to stretch it. I don't want to bring any fault lines into the picture here. So you want to just be nice and slow and methodical about it. Oops, see, now that's exactly what I don't want to do. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use right here the, this part of my hand, my palm, and I want to just gently press it in. Okay. A little at a time. You don't need to try and move the whole thing at once, but you want to just gently bring it out to the edge. Okay. Now I'm going to bake this guy. I'm going to give it a little golden brown. It's going to take about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. Doesn't take that long. And we'll give it a nice golden brown, regular baking temperature. Okay, so you folks would want to set your oven probably about 350 or so. Okay, look at that. Now it doesn't matter if it's not completely even. Okay, there can be a few, thin spots and thick spots. That's okay. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to bake this, and we'll be right back. All right, folks. So my crust took exactly about 20 minutes, and I've pulled it out. It's been sitting for 10, so it's nice and firm right now. Okay. So what I'm going to do next, I want to set this off to the side, I think. I'm going to make my cheese filling. Okay, so here we go. We want to use full pound. That's 2 8-ounce blocks. Sometimes it's easier to just use scissors. Here's our second one. Squishy. Okay, I think I got pretty much all of it there. Okay, so we got our 1 pound of cream cheese. Now I'm going to use 1 cup of granulated sugar. Okay. It doesn't need to be completely exact. Okay. And I'm going to give it a little mixy mix in the mixer with the paddle. Okay. Put it on low speed, turn it on, we'll let her go for a moment, and in the meantime, okay, now how we always like our lemons and our fresh zest. So let's, we'll add a little zest and some juice. Seems like I do this in a lot of my videos. You'd be surprised at how much flavor 1 lemon will give off if you zest it and juice it properly. Okay, just gonna say. All right, so let's we'll do this one now. few little chunks got caught on the mixer, or on the paddle rather. They won't hurt anything. They'll be fine. Okay. Let's fetch our zest here. Alright, look at all that. We want that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the flavor. All the flavor. It's where the flavor resides. Okay, now might as well just cut her open and get the juice in there. Make sure that the seeds don't fall in like that one just did. Dig nabbit. There it is. I got it. No worries. I saved it. Okay. Might as well just get rid of the seeds right up front. All right, so far we've got 1 cup of sugar, 1 lemon, and 1 pound of cream cheese. Okay, so we'll let this mixy mix again. Nice and low and slow. We'll let that all come together. Meantime, we're going to need some eggs. We're going to need 2. Alright, you got to make sure you do a little scrapey scrape. Very, very important. Okay. There we go. Let's get everything down to the bottom. Okay, so it's nice and smooth, and I'm just putting, well, I got both of them in, I guess. I was trying to just do one, but it is what it is. It'll all mix in together. I smoothed out my cheese enough. If you didn't smooth out your cheese, then you'd have a real problem. Hope y'all can see that. Okay, let me give it a scrapey scrape again, because you can't do that too much. That's for sure. Especially when you're working with cheese. Cheese. Oh yeah, yummy. All right. And we're going to call that good. Okay, folks, we got a nice, yummy, cheesy mixture here with a lemon flavor, a little enhancer. Cream cheese with lemon is always extra good. Like, for example, if you're making some cream cheese icing, you know, a little lemon zest, always a good idea to add to your cream cheese icing. It just brings out the cheese and makes it pop a lot better. Just saying. Okay, so here's my mixture. I'm just gonna scrape it out, pop it into my pan. Oh yeah. Get it all. It's too bad we don't have a camera right behind my shoulder, so you can get my point of view. My point of view instead of the onlooking, you know. All right. Ooh. A seed. We can't have that. We don't want that. Heck no. All right. So I'm going to smooth out my cheese, my mixture. Get it all the way out to the edge. Oh yeah. Yummy. Okay. Okay, so now what I want to do, yeah, I'll do that. I'll hold off on that. First, I want to add some raspberries, okay, because I think that they would be a very wonderful enhancement. Just like that. Oh yeah. What do you think? Is that too many? No, I don't think so either. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. There's that. Now, remember, the bowl and the crumb will come back. Okay, now I'm going to add this to that. And we are going to basically the little bit of wet filling that I had there, the crust. Basically what's happening here is I'm turning this into like a crumb topping. Okay, where it's very crumbly. Dry and crumbly, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Now notice I didn't really measure too much. I just kind of left a bit in the bowl before and scooped a bunch out. You know, it wasn't a full cup, it was just almost. But see, this is really pretty much the texture I'm looking for. See how there's little pea-sized granules, crumbles, so to speak. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so now, just gonna sprinkle this on top. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at that. How can we get any better than that? All right. Oh yeah. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. So now we are going to put this back in the oven. We're going to bake it for probably, okay, the first bake was 20 minutes. This next bake, it's going to take probably at least 30, maybe 35. Okay, so that's what I would figure. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, well, folks, so I ended up baking this for about 35, 38 minutes. Okay, I baked it for a half an hour, and then I turned it up a few degrees at the end. Baked it for another 5 to 8. And that made a big difference. So I'm going to give it a try here. And then I pulled it out of the oven, let it sit in front of the windowsill for a few minutes. And then I put it in the freezer. Okay, and I let the freezer beat on it for about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. So it's cold to the touch. Okay, so, well, it's not too cold on the bottom, you know, but it's fairly cold. It's set up. It should be set up. So I'm going to just give it a try here. Oh man, these crumbs might be a little bit messy, but I think that it's going to be good texture. I want to get one with a raspberry. Got lots of crumb topping. All right, so I did like a little more than an inch in, and then I cut that into 5. So if you want to extrapolate that out, you're looking at probably 5 by 7, 5 by 8 maybe. Okay, just saying. All right, like I said, I want one with a raspberry, so I'm going to go for this middle one here. Oh, look at that, yummy. Oh man, look at that. Uh-huh. Yeah, if you'll excuse me. All right. The cheese is not cold. It's still a little warm. Oh my gosh. This is beyond delicious. Very, very good. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I took this recipe to a family reunion. Here, let me show you. Did my family reunion that has been happening, the Ermentrout family reunion. It's been happening for like, I don't know, years and years. Since I was a young boy. I mean, I remember. Anyway, hang on. Look what I made. Mm-hmm. So this is like the strawberry, okay, and then the cheese, and then I did strawberry filling. That's what the crisscross is, and then these guys here are the crust. You know, same as the bottom. I didn't have any fresh strawberries to put on, so that's why I did the strawberry the way it was. And this was really fantastic too. So, just saying. I think that we've got a real winner on this this recipe with different variations. I mean, look at this beautiful crumb topping and then the fruit, whereas this is completely different. And we could also use like a glaze, a drizzle. A white chocolate or a dark chocolate, or even like a sugar glaze, like a petit four glaze. That would be very good. So, just saying, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this, and hope you folks have found this interesting. This series I've been doing. I'm gonna try another one. I'm just saying it's pretty darn good. Hell, if I'm going to be the baker, I might as well be the guinea pig too, right? And I'm not going to be bashful, because this is some damn yummy stuff. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Oh, look at pieces of raspberry.
There you go.
Oh. Yum. The crust, I suppose I could have baked the crust just a minute or, a few minutes less. See, look how dark it is. But at the same time, the cheese adds so much moisture to it that, I mean, you can't really burn it unless you really, really burn it, So you have a little bit of leeway with that. Oh. All right, people. When do you ever watch me eat another piece? Well, hope you've enjoyed this. Remember, it was 1 lemon cake mix, and then we used what, 2/3 of a cup of oil and an egg. That's the minus a cup of the powder. Mixed it all up. That's what we made the crust with. Pre-baked it. And then the cheese mixture, 2 8-ounce blocks of cheese, 1 cup of sugar, 1 lemon, zested and juiced, and 2 eggs, right? Yeah. Easy peasy, okay? Just think about it this way. For every pound of cheese you want to do, if you're doing cheesecake, for every pound of cheese, you want to do a cup of sugar. And for every 8-ounce block of cheese, you want to do 1 egg. So whatever you're doing, that's your basic breakdown. If you can add, if you want to add a flavor extract, like the strawberry, like I did here, I did lemon juice here. You could just use vanilla if you're doing, a cheesecake. Whatever you want to do. Plenty of variations. So, anyway, hope you folks have enjoyed our video. Hope you've learned something. Hope you've been entertained. And, if there's something you want to see us do, go ahead and put it down in the comments. This whole series has been because of people's comments, and I've been really excited about that. So, God bless y'all, and go bake something.